Good morning and welcome back to the channel, Celtic fans all around the world. And today, the media all around the world are talking about Celtic. And I'm going to read out some of the headlines due to the fact that Liel Abada took to Instagram late yesterday. And I'm going to read the full post on Instagram that Liel Abada penned, and in particular, his farewell to the Celtic fans. And it's not what you may think. The media over in America, and it's the Charlotte Observer, where Liel Abada has signed, said that the Scottish League standout Abada signs for Charlotte FC, and they run with that story. And there's also another paper, the Online Sportsman. They're talking about Liel Abada, MLS outfit Charlotte have completed the signing of Israel winger Liel Abada from the Scottish Premiership Giants. And then when you look at a Jewish paper, we get the Jewish take on it. Liel Abada, Israel soccer player who sat out amidst pro-Palestinian fan displays, joins MLS team. Unpredictable turns remind him that he was not always in control, says Liel Abada. Liel Abada is an Israel footballer and has been sitting out games in the Scottish club's fan protest of the war in Gaza, and is now joining the major soccer league team Charlotte. The team said on the website on Thursday that they had paid $8 million to acquire Abada's contract from Glasgow Celtic FC. He will be a Major League Soccer second active Israel player. After there's another one playing for Philadelphia Union. Abada, 22, scored 28 goals and 22 assists in his 2 seasons at Celtic and won Scottish League this year. And Abada from Tel Aviv signed a 4-year contract last summer. And then it goes on to talks about the Palestine since. To be fair, it's quite a balanced article because it says that Celtic fans have been vocal supporters of Palestine rights, in which they associate their own historic struggles against dispossession, famine, and racism. So I'm going to say the Jewish paper does give a balanced report on Celtic, and it doesn't blame Celtic fans or Celtic for them leaving. It does give quite a balanced report and saying, I always knew this wasn't about religion and it wasn't about, in fact, it is Jewish. I mean, hats off to the paper in question for that. But anyway, let's get to see what Abada says before we talk about something else. Liel Abada took to Instagram 12 hours ago. It was been about 8 o'clock last night. He said, "Where do I even begin? Leaving Celtic wasn't in my plans, yet life's unpredictable turns reminds me that we're not always in control. The past 6 months have been a personal challenge, yet the overwhelming support from the gaffer, the coaches, and the board have been my rock. The unwavering faith during these times won't be forgotten, but cherished forever," says Liel Abada. "Reflecting on my journey here brings a smile to my face. The trophies lifted, the goals celebrated, the electric atmosphere, the moments of pure bliss will forever be etched in my memory. To my teammates and staff, thank you for pushing me to excel, not just as a player, but as a person. You've all played a pivotal role in shaping who I am today. A special shout out to my family, my girlfriend, whose steadfast support and love have been my guiding light. Arriving in a new country at 19 was daunting, but Nero and his family welcomed me with open arms, making Scotland feel like home from day one. Their kindness made all the difference on and off the pitch," says Liel Abada. He continues, "To the incredible Israel community in Glasgow, you've given me so much warmth and love. You hold a special place in my heart. And last but not least, to all the Celtic fans. In recent times were difficult for myself and my family, but I want to say thank you to all the Celtic fans who stood by me, supported and respected me as a Celtic player. I hope that I've given you a few moments to remember me by. Now it's time to begin a new chapter on my journey and a place with new targets. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for everything, Leo." And then jumps up Mikey Johnson, "All the best, wee man." And Lewis Palmer, "All the best, amigo." And he's got over 1,000 comments so far. Lager Belke, "Good luck, bro." O gives him love hearts. The Big Grumpy Greek, "Welcome to the US, brother." Welcome to the US, brother. Yes, welcome to the US, brother. Joseph Juranovic, "All the best, little bro." Martin Crosbington, and a lot of other players, 20-minute Tims, Stephen Welsh, all the best wee man, Adam Montgomery, good luck, brother, just to name a few. So Liel Abada has left Celtic, and it's not the way that the media panned out, funnily enough. I mean, he has fond memories of Celtic and he has fond memories. And it does say that there was, I mean, when you look at the abuse that he was getting online from people from Israel, when you look at some of the comments that he was getting on social media from people from Israel, it's no wonder that his heart was torn. His heart was torn and he wasn't forced out of Celtic. Like many of the media would like you to think that Celtic fans and Celtic were basically forcing him out the door of Celtic, and it doesn't seem to be the case at all. He did say right at the beginning, leaving Celtic wasn't in my plans. Yes, life's unpredictable turns remind us that we are not always in control. We are not in control of the situation. So he felt it was good. I mean, what you can take from that is he felt as a person that he needed to leave Celtic. Not because of the fans, not because of the situation of fans waving Palestine banners like some will, but the pressure from his homeland, the pressure from friends and family and people commenting on his profile back home in Israel. And you've got to feel for anyone that comes under that kind of pressure. But he has now left Celtic, and we move on. One player that is on loan from Celtic in Australia has been injured. Yes, Celtic's on loan winger suffers a hamstring tendon injury. Marco Tilio has suffered a hamstring injury whilst on loan to his former club, Melbourne City. He is now expected to mix up to 6 weeks of football. You can't make it up. People say that Celtic are causing a lot of injuries, and there's Marco Tilio who's went back to Australia. He's played about 2 games or 3 games or something, and he's injured already. Says it all, doesn't it? Really. Last week, the player came back into training. There was a lot of push. He kept feeling something in the hamstring, and then the coach. It was in training. That's even worse. He gets a hamstring injury in training. Anyway, Celtic has been suggested after losing Liel Abada are about to set aside huge funds as they work on signing A-list players. A-list players this summer. Celtic are working on a top-class Liel Abada replacement this summer. They're also looking at other top-class players. The Celtic are going to make £6.5 million profit after selling Abada. I'm not sure how much there is a sell-on clause to his previous team. Either way, Celtic are going to make around about £5 million profit, which could see it raised to £10 million. But I mean, they're saying $8 million, £8 million. I think a lot of it seems to be lost in translation with the Americans, or somebody's making up stories somewhere. The fact that Celtic are working to spend some big money this summer is going to be an interesting time for Celtic fans. They want a direct, pacey operator in the mould of Abada, who bagged 29 goals and supplied 22 assists across 112 appearances in all competitions. Celtic will mainly operate in the right. He was a right flank player, obviously. Hoops Ryan, a similar attacking player for Abada, who won the Young Player of the Year in his debut season after arriving for a reported 3.5 million. Celtic remain second in the league, and there's a lot to play for. There is a lot to play for. We are in action in the Scottish Cup quarter-finals this Sunday and against Livingston. I want it to be a game that hopefully the Celtic fans will go right behind the team, and hopefully Celtic will get off to a flyer, a bit like we did at Dundee at home. It doesn't paper over the cracks that we should have been sitting top of the league. Will it make a difference that we've lost Liel Abada? Can these players push on and make a big difference? Another Celtic news, Marco Tilio, obviously he has been injured. Is it a jinx for Marco? And the Bayern Munich are ready to sell an ex-Celtic player. And if they do sell him for any kind of crazy money, I mean, they're talking about the starting price is 38 million. 38 million, and Celtic have got a 15% sell-on clause, I think, or maybe even 30, I'm not sure. I know it's a big, massive sell-on clause that Celtic have. Anyway, on that note, it is Friday. Enjoy the rest of your day. I will be back with some Celtic news as it breaks later on this afternoon once Brendan Rodgers has done his press conference. And on that note, have a fantastic day, Celtic fans, all around the world.